What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Monday After Podcast. I'm your host, Denton, as always, and welcome to week six. So, first of all, we're going to start off with NHL briefly. I made a video on that yesterday. If you didn't see it, go ahead and check it out. We got game five on Tuesday, and it's in Vegas. Put a lot of my thoughts on that video yesterday, but if you haven't, like I said, um, and I do think the Knights are going to pull off the win in this one. It's just home ice. They've looked really good. Aiden Hill's been immaculate behind the net or in front of the net. So we're just gonna see how well they can play and how well the Panthers can play on offense. Tonight we have Game Five of the NBA Finals, Heat Nuggets. It's in Denver. Jimmy's the thing is, it all depends on Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy's a season leader in scoring, but other than that, I mean, he's just been going downhill, downhill, downhill. Like he's just been locked down. First round, 37.6 points per game. Obviously, one of the best performances we've seen in the first round in a while. Conference semis, 24.6, great numbers. Conference finals, 24.7, great numbers through those first three rounds. But in the finals, he's only averaging 17 points a game. And when a team like the Nuggets, and I keep saying it, I'm gonna keep saying it. If everyone can get the ball in and not rely so much on Jokic, they're gonna have an amazing game. And we saw that in I believe it was game four, where he dropped 30, 20, and 10. I mean, and Jamal Murray had a triple double as well. So that was game three, actually. Aaron Gordon popped off in game four, 27 points. Um, yeah, Jokic had 23, only 4 assists, 12 rebounds, but still everyone else was scoring. Bruce with 21 off the bench. Jamal only had 15, but plus 22. He had 12 assists in the game. Michael Porter Jr. scoring finally. Game three only is 15-point win. Obviously, you thinking, oh, crazy stat lines. Yes, crazy, crazy stat lines for the Nuggets, especially. We got Jokic, 32, 21 rebounds, 10 assists. Jamal Murray, 34, 10 and 10. 7 turnovers, though. Whoa. Did not realize that. Yikes. Bruce Brown, 5. Aaron Gordon, 11, 10, 5. This team's just so good. I mean, Jimmy put up 28, and they still lost by 15. Bam put up 22, still lost by 15. So it's hard to see a formula for the Heat to win right now with Hero out. It's just one of those. They need another offensive threat on their team, and it's not going. Struess, 1 for 4 from three. Vincent, 1 for 6 from three. Kevin Love, 2 for 5. Only had 6 points. He played 60 minutes. He usually doesn't play that many minutes, but I mean, it's gonna be hard. In Denver, and I don't know. I think if the Heat win, it'll be a 1 or 2 possession game, 1 or 2 possession win. Like I don't think like spread's 9.5. I would not, or 9. I would not. I'd bet against the spread, honestly. Um, I don't know. The past 2 games haven't shown that you bet against the spread, but I think Jimmy will kind of wake up in a way. Just get it going. He needs a little more help on offense. Bam's working out, but some of these other role players, Vincent, Struess, Kyle Lowry off the bench, he needs those guys to kind of work in and just help him out a little bit. If they can get to a game six, that will be in Miami. That'll be Friday, I believe. No, it'll be Thursday, excuse me. Whoa. Thursday, back in Miami if they can win. And I honestly think they might be able to pull it off. But if I'm putting money on it, I'm putting it on the Nuggets. I want to win. I want to win my bet. So it's gonna be. I think it'll be a better game than most people think, and I've said this series can be good. I think it can be good, but it can't fall all on Jimmy. I think him in those first 3 rounds really tired him out in a way, just putting everything on his back, everybody on the team putting him on his back. But I don't know. I don't. It's hard to see with the performances from this entire series. The role players, they just have to show up. They have to, or else they're gonna go home without a trophy. And then probably some of them are gonna get traded. They're gonna get Dame or something. It's a whole thing. But yeah, Hero still out. Let's see if there's any news on him. Yeah, he's been ruled out for Game 5. It just said it, not right here, but where is it? Right here. 17 hours ago, has been ruled out for Game 5 against the Nuggets. So I still think it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for them to win this game entirely. Simple as that. Now into the MLB. Arias still killing it. Just dominating on both sides. He's making. I don't think he's made an error this season, and the dude hasn't struck out more than 2 times in a game. So he's just rocketing. Freddie in second, Ronald in third, Bo and Yandy. This is not a crazy, but this is a very interesting top 3. I like Bo Bichette a lot. I think he's a great player. Good to see him actually getting up there and hitting the ball. Yandy, I mean, you're always gonna have some Tampa guy in top 5, top 10. So, and they're just killing it still. Shane McClanahan, first pitcher to 10 wins. Obviously, best team in baseball right now, the Rays. They just keep winning. Evaldi with 9, he's getting there too. Mitch Keller, Kyle Gibson, and Merrill Kelly with 8. I mean, these are all just guys that are, especially Mitch Keller. He's been sneaky elite, and it's weird because, you know, most people probably have never heard of him. He's got a 3.41, which is it's not the best, but the Pirates are really hitting right now. They're looking good. Hopefully they can keep it up. I really like the Pirates. McCutchen just got his 12,000 or 2,000th hit of his career, excuse me. But yeah, over to home runs. Fat boy out for 2 weeks. Braves bias coming in. Obviously, hope he gets better. I think he's a great player, but you shit talk a team, their fans aren't going to be happy. So, and then when you get whooped in comeback losses, it's not a good thing when you're yelling like that. Soler belted his 19th one for the Marlins to win yesterday. Judge 19, Matt Olson 18, Max Muncy 18. Some mix up in the ERA. I said it last week. Bryce could have a bad game, fall out of this. He had 2 bad games, completely fell out of it. Eduardo Rodriguez now is the solo leader for ERA. No one is posted under a 2 ERA at the moment in the league. 2.3 McClanahan at 2, just 2.18. Sonny Gray 2.25. John Gray 2.32. And Valdez with a 2.36. Class A still up in the saves. 20. Romero's kind of catching them with 18. Felix Batista, Carlos Estevez, and Doval round out the save leaders. Hits, Bo and Arias leading the league. Freddie behind him with 2 by 89. Ronald 2 behind Freddie with 87. Then Castellanos sitting at 5th. Strikeout leaders. Shohei and Mitch Keller broke 100 each. Spencer Strider still in the lead with 121. Gossman with 117. Shohei with 102. Mitch Keller with 101. And Hunter Green with 97. Stolen bases. Ruiz broke 30. He's got 31. Um, I mean, if he just gets on base, he's just gonna steal every time. It doesn't matter. The A's are the worst team in baseball. They're gonna have number one pick, whatever, maybe. Wander Franco with 22, Bobby Witt, and Ji Hwan Bae with 19. Let's go over to the standings now. Not much. I mean, not much has changed from week to week. Obviously, we got teams spending $380 million sitting in fourth place, but I don't know. Pirates first place, only one game up, but still they're in first in the Central. Let's actually talk about them. So, like I said, Kutch got his 2000th hit yesterday. Obviously, someone who a lot of people, me in particular, grew up with. I think he's could be a Hall of Famer if stuff pans out. He's such a hard guy to dislike too. He was such a superstar early in the year or early in the early 2010s. Um, and then he cut his dreads and just it was horrible, which is the weirdest thing in the world. Someone cuts their hair and they decrease in value. I don't know, but hopefully, you know, they beat. They took 2 out of 3 versus the Mets. Um, hopefully they can just keep winning. Hopefully O'Neal Cruz can. I think he'll be back by the All-Star break, I believe. Let's see injuries. Brian Reynolds, obviously he's on their team. I think he is one of the best outfielders in baseball. G-Man Choi, 60 to IL. I didn't know he got hurt. O'Neal Cruz. There we go. Next week, or I guess now, he's transitioned out of his walking boot and he'll start working out again, getting back ready to get back on the field. Um, just a young guy who's amazing. Everybody I don't know anybody who doesn't love to watch this kid play. I saw him in AAA the week before he got called up. And he's super fast, especially for a 6'7" guy. Is crazy. And going to another young guy right now, Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds. A lot of people, number one prospect. MLB had him as fourth overall in the pipeline. Um, I think he should have been the number one prospect. I mean, the kid is so damn fast, and he's batting 364 already. One home run, 4 RBIs, 1.118 OPS. 22 at bats, 8 hits, a double, a triple, a home run, 4 RBIs, 5 walks, 10 strikeouts. I think he has a hit in every game he's played in too. So, yep. Let me go back. I think it's 6 games. Yeah, 6 game hitting streak for his debut. 8 total hits, 4 RBIs, including one that almost went out of the Reds stadium. Which was, I haven't seen a ball hit like that in a. I mean, I watch Ronald Acuna, but I mean, he's so talented. He truly is. I mean, and the fact that he's a switch hitter just solidifies that even more. Um, the kid can rake. I think he really will be a staple in this Reds organization for a long time. He's 21 years old. He's he's a month younger than me. Um, but I think he'll be really good. Let's talk about the Braves for a second. and then we'll head over to the fantasy side of things. Took a bad loss. Um, the offense is really heating up. It didn't look like it yesterday, obviously, in a 6-2 loss. Matt Olson driving in the only two runs that we scored, but everybody's hitting again. Ozuna is finally coming in to play. He's actually hitting the ball now, and he had that dumbass single in Arizona that only ended in a triple. But you know, Ronald, like I said, 331, driving the ball, shitting on it. 965 OPS. Orlando's batting 325. I mean, I think this was the best possible thing that could happen to us. I love Vaughn Grissom. I love Dansby. That was my guy. I wore number 7. He wore number 7. Shortstop, shortstop. He was my guy. But he got paid. Um, I'm happy for him. Darno, 229, and obviously smaller sample size because of the injury at the beginning of the season, but he's still hitting the ball pretty well. Sean Murphy, obviously, he's just crushing the ball, absolutely crushing. Kevin Pillar batting 273. Even when he's not an everyday guy, but when he does come off the bench or starts, he's getting hits. He's helping the team move, and I think that was a really good sign for us. Austin 270. Ozzy's coming back up. Eddie's. This is really where Austin struggled a lot during the beginning of the season, and it's good to see him raising that batting average up. Ozuna's up to 242. Matt Olson 228. You want to see? He's just hitting the shit out the ball, almost a .5. Slugging that on base. It's just the OPS is great. 844. Just hits aren't falling. Mike's kind of getting back into things. I don't know. Pitching's been a little weird. If my mouse would work. Obviously, Max Fried out for a long time. Kyle Wright out. Soroka didn't do good in his first game back, but these three guys have really carried the load so far. Bryce with a 2.69, nice. ERA, Spencer with a 3.79 ERA, Charlie with a 3.87 ERA. But look at the Ks per 9. 7.6 for Bryce, 14 for Spence, 10 for Charlie. With pretty decent whips too. 4-1, 6-2, 5-6. Obviously Charlie with the brunt of the losses, but even some of these young guys like Schuster, he's finally starting to kind of settle in a little bit. That ERA's going down. Tonkin's been a great piece out of the bullpen. Colin McHugh's come in some good spots. Max even had a 2.08 ERA when he was in. Jesse Chavez has been absolutely dominant. Oh, that's not what I wanted. AJ Smith-Schuster, or Shaver, excuse me. Young kid, we brought him up early, and two games pitched, one game started, 7.2 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, no earned runs. The dude's killing it. Jesse Chavez, the dude's old as hell. And he's posting a 1.55 ERA. Come on, Rysel 2.4, and he's got 9 saves. He's tied with Mentor. This team. This is definitely one of the better teams in the league. It just all depends on if we can support the pitchers. Like yesterday, we couldn't support our pitchers. Lost. But when we get fired up, we can actually hit the ball, then we will win any game that you put in front of us. Last week, just got stomped. I just had some unfortunate starts with Bryce and Spencer. As this loads up. Here we go. Okay, yeah. Fernando, bringing in the most points. Jonathan India and Austin bringing in the second most is 16 or 17. Excuse me. Verlander -7 points. Spencer -6. Doval and Mitch Keller bringing in the most points on pitching. And my guys, this other dude's team, just multiple people in the 20s. 31 out of John Gray, 25 out of Batista, 24 out of Waka. I mean, it's hard to beat them when they put up numbers like that. But over this week, hopefully, Braves got a pretty cake schedule coming up. Maybe. Detroit's been playing good. We got a few games against Detroit this week. There's some pretty good games coming up this week, so hopefully we can win second in the West behind the guy who I lost to it last week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Another shorter episode. I'm having game recaps come out next week. Maybe the Stanley Cup Finals, NBA Finals, depending on if games go to Game 7. That'll be the end of that for now. We'll get into more NFL stuff, get into OTAs next week. College football is less than 100 days away. I cannot wait. My favorite time of year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Game recaps should be out tonight on the finals. NHL Stanley Cup was out yesterday. Go check that video out. And I'll see y'all next time.